So we have Prashant from Spheron with us. Thank you for joining us. And please introduce yourself and tell us what are you currently working on at Spheron.
Yeah, sure. My name is Prashant, as you have already mentioned. I've been into space for close to around 5 years. The only domain I'm more interested in is the GPU and AI. That's what we are currently working on and spending more time around. Yeah, so that's it. That's about Spheron as well. We just sell GPUs.
Okay. Are you focusing on particular niche or a specific type of application that you would like to builders work?
Yeah, so for me, the most specific or ask like the center point for us to focus on is essentially the GPUs, like whatever you can do around GPUs, for example, optimization around GPUs or making inferencing much more faster and everything. But if you talk specifically around the Web3 space, I would say that I need, I want, I want builders to build more agentic trading, agentic prediction-based marketplaces, and all of those stuff. That's going to be most interesting because for a lot of us, it's hard to spend a lot of time in manually doing everything, right? You just automate everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what's your advice for students who want to build career in Web3? Like, do you look for a degree or a formal education while hiring, or just proof of work matters?
I think this is where a lot of people get confused. Formal degrees for disciplines, understanding a lot of things, nitty-gritties and everything. It also gives you experience.
Yeah.
So if I have to hire, I don't look for any degrees as such, but I don't recommend anyone to drop their college and do something. If they are really bullish on anything, they can just go ahead and do it. But I would never do that if I would be into their shoes. The second thing on the learning perspective, I would say like just go read as much as you can. The space is still nascent. There are very less people who are experienced enough to guide you. Find the right people and work with them.
Makes sense. And how do you stay focused and ignore the noise?
Just don't run Twitter day in and day out.
Currently, there are approximately 20K developers in Web3 as per Electric Capital's report. So, what's your view on why the number is still so low compared to the broader development ecosystem?
I think the biggest reason is Web3. Still, a lot of people still feel it's a shiny object. When I say that, like everyone is like either in India, if you're from India, right?
Yeah.
So if you even if you look in India as well, a lot of people just go to the event just not to learn, but to grab more t-shirts, hoodies, and all of the stuff. The biggest challenge for us to attract more people is not to show the shiny object, but show the real value and the real growth in the long-term perspective, which very few people were able to achieve. And that's one of the reasons might be a lot of developers are not able to. But I believe past 5 years when I joined and now the industry has grown. So that's a positive sum. But the industry should have grown from like when we joined 5,000, 10,000 people to it should have been like around 1 lakh or some that number. But again, it's a time, right? So we just need to wait and watch and see how it goes.
Yeah. What's the one side hustle of yours?
So currently I'm focused on one more project which is called Myra.fun. It is basically to bring AI intelligence on the trading terminal. So imagine you're some good friend of yours helping you to understand what trade you have to make and what you should not and what you should avoid making. So that's what we are currently focused on, bringing the intelligence for all the platforms at one place, which is Myra.
What's the biggest myth people have about the blockchain space?
That it's very hard to get in, but it's not. Everyone is so reachable, like you just message them.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest myth most of the people have.
Yeah. And what's the one thing you would like to change in the Web3 space?
Build more product and sell those products instead of just mentally, terminally on the socials or Twitter, because the world is quite different and everyone need to learn. Like they need to move out from that zone of just not building anything and just talking and instead just go and build something.
And if the community wants to connect with you, what's the best way to reach out?
LinkedIn, Twitter. LinkedIn, it's Tech Prashant Maurya. Like you can just write Prashant Maurya also. It will come up. On Twitter, it is Prashant_XYZ or 0x Cypherpunk. Both of my handles.
Thanks for your input.
Thank you.